Okay, for our next question, somebody was asking about this, and this would be a great topic. How do you handle those people who feel they are so entitled that when you get to the end of the show, they're the ones in your face screaming, one more, one more. You gotta play one more. They are incessant.
No.
Okay. Dan, do you want to add beyond MJ's?
I will say, so I have a song queued up. Let me phrase that. One of the greatest ways, if you're doing private events, one of the greatest ways to get around it is to set up like a private last dance, right? Because then you can't be like one more. I'm sorry, I've got one more, but it's for them and everybody else has got to leave. And that's a great way to just kind of
back that you created this thing about that. Was it you telling that story?
Yeah.
I didn't create it. I got it from somebody else.
Yeah, but we've talked about
it on a regular basis.
Yes, I do it on a pretty regular basis because it not just for that reason. I kind of work a couple of reasons into why, but it makes it kind of nice because then they can't really get at me. The problem when you don't have that. A lot of times I try and play it off in the venue. Listen, the venue's not going to let us. So we're at our time. Like that's it. Or if I know it's a venue that I can keep playing, I have Instinct Bye 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 lined up. And if they're just like in my face about it, bye, bye, bye. And I use that and I play like 30 seconds of it and then be done. And there's my one more song. I played one more song. I got them to shut up and they, that was funny. That was funny. That's how I handle it. It just to kind of get around it. But I will say the one problem I had one time, I had a venue owner who was a guest at the wedding. And she was I shouldn't phrase it. She was the hotel manager, like the general manager of the hotel. And she was just like, let's keep going. And she was so drunk. And it was just one of those things where I just was like, I felt bad because it was like, I also knew her and I was like, we got to end this. Like, we're not going on. The party needs to end. And I just had to be the bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a tough situation. I mean, I've had the bar owners or something that if you're going to play here, you're going to be playing, that extra couple of songs and you're going to do it on your dime, not mine. I've had that on a few occasions, but never had one as a guest like that. That was, but yeah,
usually the venue owners want you out of there because they're paying for their employees to stay longer.
Mm-hmm.
So usually that doesn't seem to be the case, but
there's always exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
MJ, when you're playing in any of the clubs and such, is it like hard 1 o'clock you're done type of thing, or is there a fudge factor?
Well, it kind of depends on where you play, but 90% of the time, if it's really crazy, I will have a manager owner come up and go, last song at a quarter till. A lot of places shut off at a quarter till. They want you out by 2 just simply because, like Dan said, they've got to clean up and get out of there. And they're not going to be there till 4 a.m. doing all that.
Mm-hmm.
Rarely do I ever, at the casino occasionally, and that's a whole different app. Well, see, again, certain areas of the casino, I play over the full loudspeaker, okay, over the whole casino. And it's automated. So about 7 till the top of the hour, it kicks me off and puts the auto playlist back on. So I don't even have to worry about it. Other places, you kind of play a little bit, 15, because the one lounge, you play a little bit. It's not that bad. Other places, it all depends. But I don't really worry that much. The bars are pretty strict. Like I said, most of them have always been, let's get them out of here sort of thing. It's not like the private thing where if somebody says one more time, I guarantee there's a bouncer standing next to me said, get the F out.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't even hesitate to go, you're out now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my friends, bye.
There's the door. See ya.
I've had some bouncers actually during the last song. And we would always, and one bar in particular that I always played at, we'd always play this one song to end the night. And it was clearly like, get out. And they would actually be pushing people out the door during that last song. So there was no opportunity for one more song.
Every DJ is supposed to have what's called the Get the F Out song. And it's a terrible
I think that's what it was called too.
Yeah. And mine is a remix I did of the Lawrence Welk song, Good Night, which is just absolutely horrible. A friend of mine used to do Barney. It just all depends on what you want to do, but it's a horrible song.
Road Jack.
What's that?
Hit the Road Jack was one I had some friends use.
They can't dance to, that they just want to leave, but you can take your headphones, start getting chords up. Just
See, and that's where I kind of, I do risk, and I generally play things pretty conservatively and pretty safe, but I do risk it on after I shut down, if I've got to put some kind of bumper music in, I throw some Huey Lewis stuff in there. And I know I'm risking the chance of people just starting to fire the party back up again. But I keep the volume down, and then so far.
Is that really what they're going to do, is fire the party back up? Or are they going to set the music on fire so you don't play it again?
Sometimes fire is a fickle thing. Let's go to the next question.